Ivano Dionici, thank you very much for your welcome and for your introduction. Signore Prefetto, Signore Sindaco di Bologna, autorità, onorevole e cari colleghi, Salvatore Caronna, onorevoli parlamentari, signori professori, personale dell'università, cari studenti. And now I finish in Italian because this is perhaps the most wonderful language in the world, but I'm unable to speak it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for the invitation to speak to you, to address this auditorium in this very important university, perhaps the most important university of Europe, for sure the oldest one in Europe. And I cannot hide that it is an emotional moment for myself to address you because I'm a non-academic. I must admit I was too lazy to become an academic. And because I had no academic career, I decided that in the end to run for the parliament. And by making the decision to run as a parliamentarian, at the end I had the chance to get back to the university, not only here, in other parts of Europe as well. And therefore, it's not my first address to people in a prestigious auditorium of a university, but it is an exceptional possibility for me. First of all, 1088 founded this university, is, as I mentioned, the oldest in Europe. Secondly, the university in the very city of Bologna, which is historically, for me, as a representative in the European Parliament of Aachen, Aquisgrana, one of the most important interlocutor university. Bologna and Aachen have historically a very important common past. The last German king crowned in Aachen was the later Emperor Carlos V, and he was crowned as Carlos V here in Bologna. You see, long lines of history are linking our two cities, and it is the city of my former very near friend and our two cities, and it is the city of my former very near friend and of one of my best companions in the European Parliament, the former Mayor Renzo Imbeni. Therefore, it is an exceptional day for me. And if you allow, I want to mention once more, because in front of me, the representative of the armed forces of the country, the Carabinieri, is present. I must repeat what I said in the morning. It is for the first time that I was welcomed by a high commander of the Carabinieri. Normally, you are protecting me and not welcoming me. But to be welcomed by a high representative of this armed force, the 3rd of September 2012, 30 years after the killing of General Dalla Chiesa, exactly the 3rd of September 82, is for sure a moment to remember courageous men like him here in this country, and I want to honor Mr. Dalla Chiesa. Thank you very much for the introduction. Thank you very much for remembering us that the European Union is at a crossroad for the time being. We must make a choice if we want to go ahead with integration in Europe or to renationalize the European Union. This is what is at stake. I am, as a long-standing member of the European Parliament, until today, of the same opinion I was at the beginning of my mandate. And I had at the beginning of my mandate a lot of colleagues who didn't share my view when I said in '94, when I was firstly elected to the European Parliament, that in my eyes, the European integration process is not an irreversible process. There was a lot of colleagues who said, but what are you telling us? The deepening of the integration of Europe after the process from 57, 58, from 49, 48, until today, 94, that was the beginning of my mandate, it is impossible to turn it in another way, in another direction, and to go back. And I always feared that this was not true. Nothing is less dangerous than the sentence I am listening often in Brussels and Strasbourg too: Europe is without alternative. Nothing, ladies and gentlemen, is without alternative. There is an alternative to everything. And there is an alternative to European integration. That's European disintegration. That's renationalization. And that's what I want to put today in front of you in the core of our debate. What do we want in the 21st century?